guys, I don't know if you can see this outside, but it is snowing again. And I've mentioned this before, that March is our biggest snow month in Flagstaff, and we haven't gotten a lot of snow this month. I mean, we did a couple weeks ago. We got, I guess maybe over a couple of days we got close to a foot. But today it looks like an inch, but it's kind of been snowing all day, and the streets are really wet, so I think it's not hanging around. So even though there's more snow, it's not showing up like there is. So I am heading over to Pita Jungle to meet my friend Roxy for lunch. You guys have seen her before at Pita Jungle, actually. I remember that I filmed her showing what she was having for lunch. Roxy lives part of the time in Flagstaff and part of the time in Phoenix. NAU has locations in both places, and her job kind of takes her back and forth between the two, so they have two houses. And she seems to be spending a lot more time in Phoenix than in Flagstaff. So we used to meet almost every week for lunch, and now we don't. So I don't think I've seen her since well before Christmas. Yeah. So I'm excited about going and spending some time with her. She has been vaccinated twice. She got her second one. I think maybe she got her second one about a month before I got my first. And so she was like really fearful when all of the COVID stuff started. I mean, we were all fearful, but she was really fearful. But she got on a plane and went out to Massachusetts to see her daughter and their grandbabies. And so she did overcome her fear. That she typically goes out there, at least before COVID, was going out to Massachusetts like at the beginning, like every 3 weeks. Can you believe it? And then she started going like once every 2 months or something like that. And then when COVID started, she didn't go at all for 4 months, and so she was just agonizing about getting on a plane. But she went, and she was fine, and she didn't get COVID. So but so she's I can tell now that she's vaccinated, she's like ready to get out there into the world. So I'm just driving through an area that is a school zone. It's kind of a main road, so they don't have regular signs out like a school zone. Just the speed limit changes from 35 miles an hour to 25 miles an hour during the beginning and end of the day. And it's kind of nice to be driving through this area because schools are open now. They opened up yesterday, and before that it was there's a lot of cars in that parking lot. Before that, they were just doing online, and I think, I'm not sure about all of the schools in Flagstaff. People have the schools have an option of not opening up 100% because our county has had a higher rate of positive cases for COVID. Mostly, I think, because the reservation is part of the reservation is in a major portion of our county, and the Navajo reservation has been hit really, really hard. And so the rest of the state, the governor ordered the schools to open. So my friend's daughter goes to a charter school, and they're opening 2 days a week. So half the kids 2 days a week, the other half of the kids another 2 days of the week, and the last day of the week they're all at home online. So they're trying to minimize the number of students in a class. But yeah, so at least things are starting to open up. My brother lives in Florida. He said that their schools have been open since the beginning of the school year. So they definitely forged ahead, didn't they? Anyway, Roxy and I, when we get together, we never have enough time to talk about everything we want to talk about, especially now that we're not seeing each other quite as often. She always saves up questions, like she uses me for advice. And so she always saves up questions. What do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? And then I am always telling her about everything I'm up to. So even before I left the house, I went into my Bible and took pictures of that Bible art journaling stuff I was doing so I can show her that. And then I also have some pictures of Diana to show her, and some pictures of some of my baskets, because I don't think she's seen any of my baskets. I should give her one for her birthday. Her birthday's in June, same day as my mom's. And anyway, so yeah, I was thinking, what do I want to tell her? What do I want to tell her? So I was gathering, taking pictures of stuff so I could show her things, and we just talk non-stop when we were together. And I'll be surprised if our lunch is only an hour. She's the boss, so she can kind of take the time she wants to for lunch, but usually our lunches together are at least 2 hours, unless she has a meeting. I hope she doesn't have a meeting. But anyway, that's about it. I'm just blathering on, so I'll talk to you guys later. All right, I forgot to film while I was there so that you guys could see Roxy, but 2 hours later, we finished our lunch, and I'm almost home actually, but it was non-stop talking. And you guys, this is so weird. We've seen each other 2 times in the last year because of COVID, and we've been doing all the same crafts, with the exception of pine needle baskets that she has not been making. She's been doing alcohol ink, she's been making stuff with polymer clay, and she's been an insane maniac making things on her Cricut machine. We kept turning, and I would say, yeah, and then I've been doing, and Bible art journaling. I took pictures before I left the house so I could show her, and I said, I have to show you this cool thing I'm doing. And she goes, I've been doing so Bible art journaling, the Cricut, polymer clay, and alcohol ink we've been doing. And then she makes jewelry, and I haven't been making jewelry, but yeah, it was just so crazy that we've been doing the same thing. But I'm really sad because she sold her Flagstaff house. They have decided that the Phoenix house is where they're going to be, and she's retiring sometime this summer, somewhere between June and August, which will mean that she won't have a lot of reason to come up here, except to get out of the heat in the summer. But I don't think the heat bothers her very much, so I'm not going to get to see her as often. I'm so sad about that. I guess I should be happy about more snow. But the other day it was almost 60 degrees, and I kind of liked that. John's scraping off his car right now. Yeah, it snowed a little bit yesterday in that clip, but then last night it had stopped, and we thought we were done. Apparently not. So I thought I would show you guys this. I started to open it, but then I stopped. I got a MyPillow. The pillow that I have been using for years is a memory foam pillow, and it's kind of been hurting my ear when I lay on my side. So I thought I would try this. It comes really tiny. I mean, look, it's all wrapped up. And so it says on the package to put it in the dryer for 15 minutes before using. So I thought I would show you, see how it's all rolled up. I'll show you what it looks like once it's been fluffed up. Okay, here it is, all nice and puffed up. And in case you're wondering what this feels like, it has individual pieces of foam, like little pieces, and it feels very soft. You don't, like, I can tell that it's a little like lumpy because I can feel the individual pieces of foam inside, but you're supposed to kind of be able to bunch it around so that it kind of fits your positioning just right. But look, it's nice and thick there. So I got a queen size one, and there's a way of figuring out what size pillow you need. They have a chart here. And what you do is you look at what your t-shirt size is for a man or for a woman. So I typically wear a medium. And so if I were to wear a medium or a large, I would get what is called lavender. It really doesn't have anything to do with the color. But they have a smaller one, and then they have some bigger ones based on what size shirt you wear. And yeah, what else does it say? It also has a note here that if you're accustomed to sleeping on a down pillow or feather pillow, you should reduce one level of support. So like if I was used to sleeping on a down pillow, then I would go to this smaller one, but I wasn't sleeping on, I was on the exact opposite of a feather pillow before. So yeah, I'm gonna try laying down on it and see how comfy it is. Okay, so here I am in my bedroom. Let me try to hold this phone. It's way softer than what I'm used to because memory foam pillows are kind of hard. But what's nice is when I turn over, if it feels too, if it doesn't feel puffy enough, you can, because it's got individual foam pieces, you can kind of bunch it up and get it to be just the right thickness. It seems really comfortable. It's definitely not going to hurt my ear. The base of my ear was hurting when it would push against the memory foam. I had that pillow forever, and I don't know why all of a sudden it started to hurt my ear, but this feels super comfy. So one thing I was going to tell you about, if you wanted to get MyPillow, there's two things you need to know. The first is that I think the list price is like $50 or $60 or something on this pillow. Don't pay that. They have promo codes, and so if you use a promo code, this one is SALE in capital letters, SALE, SALE 66, SALE 66, and that will bring it down to $29. But if you sign up for their text messaging, and you can cancel, you know how you can sign up to get text messages and then you can, put in the word stop and they'll stop. So if you put in, if you sign up to get their text messages, then you get $10 off. So that's what I did with my pillow. I reduced it to $29 and then got the $10 off. So my pillow was $19. My pillow was 19 something. So you text the word sleep in capital letters to, here's the number, 20442. So text the word sleep in all capital letters to 20442. Then you'll start getting text messages, and the first one of the first text messages you should get gives you your code for $10 off, and then use that other promo code SALE 66, and then you'll get your pillow for $19.99 or something like that. But here's the second thing you need to know. They need to spend less money on advertising and more money on people working for them, because it took a month for this to show up. I placed my order, I think, on February 28th. Is that what it was? February 21st. And it is now March 24th, and I just got it. And I called them to find out what was going on, and I waited 36 minutes. My phone showed me 36 minutes on hold before I got somebody from customer service. They said, we've had such amazing support that, we've just been really overloaded with orders. I'm like, well, then stop advertising so much and get some people to work for you. So just so you know, if you decide to get it, definitely use the 2 promo codes, and then and then, I mean, you could have, like, if your husband wanted to get one too, you could, like, order them separately and have one person sign up for text messages and the other person. And then you could get, the discount on that, but definitely use that, but expect not to get it for like a month. because they're clearly backlogged. But that's, yeah, I'm excited about using that. Seems like there was something else I was going to say. Oh, I remember. There's free shipping too. So that was great. So it ended up being a really decent price, and I'll try to remember to let you know how it goes when I sleep on it. So I'm sitting at my computer and working on a freelance assignment today, and there's a part of it that has information about parent involvement. It's kind of a letter to teachers to let them encourage parents to be involved in their kids' education. So when I was at the university, I gathered a bunch of information about family involvement, and I was able to just go grab this book out of my office because I wrote it. A colleague of mine and I wrote this book. It's kind of a textbook, but it has a bunch of good research in here. So I've written several books. A lot of them are teacher resource materials. This was one of 2 textbooks that I wrote. It's Thursday, Monica's day camp day, so I'm going to pick her up. I was just watching Michelle, who has the channel My Everyday Wife Life. She's funny. You guys have to watch her. But what I was thinking of is that I'm watching her video that she just recently filmed, just like last week or something, and she was at Home Depot getting stuff to plant in her yard, flowers, bushes, and I'm looking around and seeing snow. Of course, a lot of it melted today, but yeah, it was snowing earlier today. But in the mountains of northern Arizona, we get cold weather, and we will get snow. The average, I've told you this before, the average last day of snow here is May 9th. Yeah, I mean, we don't get a lot, and when April comes, we'll get snow and it'll melt and all that, but you can't start a garden. So I just kind of drool over that, over the idea of that until it can happen. But I did show you in my last vlog that I was planting in my arrow garden, and my little tomatoes are probably about this big now. So those will eventually get transplanted into pots sometime, probably, well, I planted a little later than usual. Normally I plant the end of February, but they will probably go in pots for a few weeks. We'll see. And then I put them out in the garden the 1st of May inside those walls of water that, have the cylinders that you fill with water, and then the sun shines on it and the water gets warm and it heats the ground, and you kind of teepee this thing up so that the little plant is protected inside, and so down to 16 degrees, and even in snow, it will protect the plant and make this little tropical environment inside the wall of water. And then the idea is that we need to get tomato plants to be a foot tall by the beginning of our growing season, and the beginning of our growing season is June 13th, I think, so middle of June. And if we don't get our tomatoes to a foot tall by that point, then we're not going to get a harvest. And of course, I want to harvest, so I have to start indoors. But it makes me happy to plant them indoors, because it just kind of tells my brain this weather is not going to last forever. We do get nice summers, and I guess the thing that I have to be thankful for is the fact that most summers, not last summer, but most summers, we don't even need our air conditioner for more than 3 weeks, like the last 3 weeks of June. And then our monsoon rain season comes and it gets cool, and we don't have to use the air conditioner at all. It's just super nice. We just open the windows and it's beautiful. And also we have very little humidity here, which means that everybody has good hair days almost every single day of the year, which is really, really nice. Every time I go see my brother in Florida, my hair just does ridiculous things, and I have done videos about that. If you do a search for humidity hair, you'll see how ridiculous my hair looks in humidity. Placing another order with MyPillow. Just wanted to go over this thing with you in case you are interested, but I did test out the coupon codes. So about this chart here, it's a little bit different on their website. So what you do is when you are on the page where you're selecting your pillow, you click on this blue link that says like select comfort level or something like that. It's, like usually there's a link for a size chart above something that you buy that's clothing. So when you click on that, it asks you a series of questions. Are you a man or a woman? What size t-shirt do you wear? Do you sleep on your backside, stomach, or multiple positions? And then the last one is, are you used to sleeping on a down or feather pillow? So when you answer those 4 questions, it pops up what you should get. And I don't know why that says lavender on this chart, because it's actually white. So my size is white. John's came out to be green. But I did, we also got 2 of their roll and go anywhere pillows. We always have a hard time sleeping in hotels and stuff like that. So with the roll and go pillow, it's really small, but you set it on top of a hotel pillow, and then it gives you the comfort and feel of this. So I'll let you know once we get it. They also have in bold letters that there is a foam shortage nationwide, and particularly for their premium foam. And so expect your order to be 3 to 4 weeks incoming. So I think mine took 4 weeks and 2 days or something like that. So don't expect it to come right away. All that to say, just wanted to clarify about these coupon codes. So the promo code here, there's a space on the checkout page that says promo code, and you put in this sale 66, and then this thing here, you sign up for text messages, and I told you about this previously. So keyword sleep, and you text it to 20442, and then as soon as you sign up, they'll send you a code for $10 off, and you put that in the gift card section. So on the checkout page, there's a gift card section and a promo code, and so you put this in the gift card to get your $10 off the whole order. But our order was going to come to like $214, and it came to $89. We got 2 king size pillows. I bought 2 more king size pillows and 2 roll and go anywhere pillows. So there you go. This is a surprise. I didn't think it was supposed to snow today. It's just, we haven't had a ton of accumulation in the month of March, but I always say it's our biggest snow month, and then we don't get a lot of snow in March, but we're definitely getting quite a few snow days in March. Look at this, you guys. My tomatoes are growing so big. This is what happens that forces me to have to replant them, in pots with soil, is that they start to get so big and tangled up in here that some of them will choke out the smaller ones. So I have to get them out of there. Like these 2 brandywine plants are big. And got a couple others in here that are pretty large. I'll try to keep them in there for another couple of weeks. I hate to have to repot them in soil, before they go into the garden, and then try to figure out a window in my house where there's enough light, because I don't have a lot of direct sunlight coming in here. Man, it's snowing again. So I just came out of church, and you can see, look how beautiful and sunny it is. And then you turn around, and there's snow on the ground. So I just waded through some snow, And then it looks like I just came out of winter and walked into spring. Although spring for us is snowy. That's just the way it is. But it is a beautiful day. I wore a jacket on my way to church. Really didn't need it. Decided not to wear it. I was hosting the service today, so I was the one kind of greeting everybody and giving announcements and dismissing everyone. And John's in there packing up his gear because he played bass guitar today. If I could talk, that would be great. So anyway, now time to head home. Look at the mountain. You see it there? It's all beautiful and sunny. It's got snow on top. That's the little mountain. The big one is over there. My latest Sips By box came, and I wanted to show this to you, well, partially to show you what's inside, but also because I just wanted to let you know that you can, when you have a subscription, of course you can cancel at any time, but it allowed me to pause or skip several months in a row, and so I haven't been going through my tea as fast as, finishing 15 of them in a month. And so I actually paused it until June, which is kind of a nice feature, I think, that I don't always have to pay $15 a month and get more and more tea. And I don't have to completely cancel. I can just, pause it. And then when I get closer to June, if I still have tea on hand, I can pause it again. But let me show you what's here. Card of April teas and made for Jennifer. And so it tells me the different ones that I got, who they're by, the Sips By, and then the company. And then it looks like this time I got a caffeine-free, another one that just says contains caffeine, another one low caffeine, and another one that says contains caffeine. So it's probably like normal levels of caffeine. So, and I did change my preferences last time before my previous box and said I wanted things that were more fruity or, flavors, I guess, instead of just plain tea. And so this time there's one called Vitality. Oh no, it has licorice, peppermint, hibiscus. Then there's one that's mint, another one that's peach, and Darjeeling. So what is Darjeeling? Is that, I don't know. Oh, this one is honey flavored. Yeah. Okay, so there's Tea Head. That's the peach one. And so that's a loose leaf tea. So they included little bags that I can put that in. And you also have a choice whether you want bag tea, loose leaf tea, or a mix. And I said I wanted a mix. Steep Society. It's another loose leaf tea. And another loose leaf tea. And, they're all loose leaf teas this time. Yeah. So fun. It's really been fun to try these.